Hey guys, here today with another Shirogoro knife video. Today we have in front of us the F3 Aerum. Now the Aerum is the fourth and presumably final iteration in the Elemental series, of which we have now 4 knives in total. The Elemental series is pretty much an F3 NS that has some unique Techno-Carbo scales, all of them done in a dual color configuration, which makes the colors really pop and gives it some contrast, in addition to that base black carbon fiber. We also get a unique bead for that element that's attached via a lanyard, and we are seeing some unique steels being used as well. So I want to talk a little bit about the previous history for the Elemental knives. I definitely recommend you take a look at the aquatic video. Since that's the first one that came out, I really talk about some of the technical advancements over the traditional or over the production F3NS. So you probably want to take a look at that if you want to know more about the internals of the knife. All the other ones past that, the Terrace, the Ignis, and now the Aerum, pretty much just talking about what is different in terms of the blade steel, taking a look at the bead, the handle material, and stuff like that. Speaking of which, for the Aerum that we have here, you can see we have this beautiful silver and light blue Techno-Carbo scale. Really goes well with that sky air aesthetic. A lot of people were really wondering, since air is kind of colorless, but I think what they've done here, the blue skies and the clouds, that kind of look right there, pulled together really well. And I'm really glad they were able to make that work. Some people were really wondering about how the colors were going to be, especially taking a look at the previous ones. Taking a look at the blade here, we have an Elmax blade, still in 4mm, just like the rest of the Elemental knives, and the same as the production F3NS. A lot of people were really wondering what steel they were going to use. Some people were hoping for Magna Cut. Unfortunately, probably just a little too early to be seen on the production knives now. Elmax, when compared to M390, is going to be a little bit tougher. Taking a look at, trying to do some research this time. Given that the workshop runs M390 and Elmax in the same hardness range, really curious to see if that toughness still holds up. But for the most part, Elmax has a very good history and is well known for being quite a tough steel, while still being practically a stainless steel for the most part. Now, taking a look at the handles here, you can see that we have, again, the silver and blue, light blue colorants here. Really nice metallic shine to them as well. Something that's a little bit different than what we see in some carbo tie colors. So really nice to see that they're still keeping that those metallic colors. They really have the shine that pops in the light that you really don't get with kind of flatter colorants that you see on like fat carbon, for example. So really nice to see those metallic colors here still. The backspacer and the clip are done in this beautiful polished stone wash that's highly reflective, but still has just a little bit of texturing to it. It's quite hard to see it's more like a bead blast, I would say, than a stone wash, and it's quite subtle, but you can see how it just pops in the light in comparison to the liner, which is just the normal titanium finish that Shirogoro does. So really nice to see some kind of unique addition to this final iteration of the Elemental series here. Now, of course, just like all of the other Elemental knives, we do have a CPS Index pivot and pivot collars here as well. The pivot collars are also done in that polished titanium finish, and the rear screw is indexed with the tri-lobe triangular body screw. So all the screws on this knife are indexed for easy disassembly. Taking a look at the lanyard, you can see we have gray paracord, and the bead is also done in this beautiful high polish finish, and this is probably the best example where you can see just how beautiful this new finishing technique is. Taking a look at the bead here, you can see we have these lines here. Very interesting. I was very curious to see how they were going to represent the kind of air motif as well. If you take a look at some of the previous knives, we had kind of waves for the aquatic. We had kind of these triangular mountains for the Terrace. The Ignis had kind of these smoke waves, vertical smoke not smoke waves, but smoke lines. And now it looks like we have kind of this, to me it looks kind of like a mist or fog motif here for air. So quite unique, and being done in this polished finished looks absolutely amazing. That's pretty much for the differences here on the Aerum knife. Again, a lot of people were really hoping for MagnaCut, especially since Elmax was a steel that has been used historically on some of the more entry-level Shirogorovs. But with Elmax on its way out, being replaced by Chromax, interesting to see the return here on this limited knife. Probably one of the last times we're going to see Elmax as a steel. So if you are an Elmax enthusiast, and there are some people out there, this might be a good knife for you, especially if you like the configuration of colors and the hardware as well, which I think looks absolutely amazing. I really hope that they continue this finish into the knives in the future, and I can't wait to see more knives with this beautiful polished finish. We had seen it on some parts, such as backspacers on Sergey's Customs, or even the Custom Division Hati Magnetic. But yeah, this polished finish is really nice, and really hoping that they continue with that in the future. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you next time.